guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, Haywood!
2nd and 2. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ready? 70, Indy.
I'm coming for you. You must.
Protein spill.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 1st and 10, Meeks. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Here we go. 8-3.
I got you. I got you. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Hey, high 7. Go.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Kill.
Hey.
Mike 52.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Come on now, let's go.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D.
Look at me. Go, go, shoot.
Now Saquon Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
On the ready. Hey, Charlie. Go.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 552.
Say go.
To throw on 2nd down. Meeks. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
We want it. Topper, topper. Big grip, big grip.
Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check, 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 check. Check. Crunch. 80. Check.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Tonight, 80.
Hey, we gotta get this stop.
Monday.
50. Mike 50. Watch the slant. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Too little, got cut.
Hey, wahoo! 80.
Mike's 50.
Behind.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Going up top. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Hey, tight.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
6 guy, alert. Hold on.
This is Harris. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
He's checking. Crash.
Here we go.
Alert 3.
Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I got one.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now.
Second and 6. And the catch made by Hopkins. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Grant. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Go. Shoot.
General West. Hey, seam 6. 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Meeks going right side here, and that's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Check safety.
Five.
You can choose the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2.
Let's go.
On third down, Meeks will get this out to Barkley complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Ready.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Watch tight end. Tight right. We got three.
Looking to throw. Meeks. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Okay, ready?
56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Check.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, orbit. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Meeks eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ready?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Greystone, travel. Take go.
To throw again. Meeks nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Slant.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
25. Check. Hold on. Check 25.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, check. Lefty, lefty, lefty. Joker, 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 joker. Check three, check three, check three. Set. Quarter. Jim, 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 Jim. Hey, switch name on that. What do you got?
They run with Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's what I do. Under alert, alert, alert.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Double up, double up. Switch, switch, switch.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On third down, Harris. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's just me and you. You got
X3, 218, chopper.
You got that right there.
Now.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Check 49, check 49.
First and 10 at the 30.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. New draw Corkers.
We got double up.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Ready,
And
ready.
it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Take 4, take 4.
Now it's Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's stop right there. Hey, we got 3 down.
To throw on 2nd down. Meeks. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Barkley. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Down.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Mike 4. Double dog. That's the way.
Shoot.
From from the gun. Meeks. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They go with Chubb on second down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
57's the mic. Lock 57. Defense wins championships, baby. Begin. Alert. Hey, quarter. Hey, turn it up. Yeah. Hard.
Now Harris. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yes, yes.
It comes to me, it's me. Mike 4, Mike.
Lee Griffin, Lee Griffin.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Grant. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Shoot! Watch the corner. Check. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
57's the Mike. 57's the all day. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Who that? Hey, check.
Middle.
Switch up. Check 43. Hey.
Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go to Barkley again. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down.
Box drop. Look at me. Zipper. Topper.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
50, plant. That's it. Hey, let's get some penetration here. 80 weapon. Hey, Alpha. Hey, check 24. Check 24. No.
Mott's 56. Mott's 56.
On 1st down, Meeks buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
General West, 70, Indy. 5.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Exit.
3 down. Hey, check.
6-6. Pull it high. Out. Yep. Go, go.
My four. Army.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Meeks flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Haywood.
My four.
Hey. Ready.
Throwing again. Meeks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Giants on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Yeah, and here we go again.
Go.
My four.
Hey, high 7.
Watch the slant.
Looking to throw. Meeks. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Alert 3. Watch the edge. Check 99. Alert flow. Check 99.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
X3, 218, chopper.
This is Harris. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Check. 180.
80. Check. Alert. Check that.
Run that.
Check that. Check 3. Alert.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Middle.
Here's Rosen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Double time. 3 down. No.
61, matchbox lights. Shoot.
A first down carry for Henry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Down. 90, Wolf. Blue draw forfeit.
A gain of 2. Brings up second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Meeks flush to his right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Giants on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8.
Bring it. Mike Ford. Know your job.
Back to throw. Meeks. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Kill. Hey, we got Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. To throw on second down, Meeks. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey, Delta. Go. Check it up.
Operating from the gun. Meeks escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 4.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 4. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Mike 5.
On 4th down, Meeks is going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas True Blue on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go, son. At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rosen to throw on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Able to find Harris, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
From the 44, Rosen. He gets it complete to Harris. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
You better be afraid of me.
Wise motion, wise motion.
And now it's Rosen looking. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Rosen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. One final shot here for Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And